Pioneers Flag Prayer Period in 2013 down in Texas. They tried to shut down a place called the Garden of Eagle, Garden of Eden, excuse me, that lived totally off grid. Now, the Texas brought several SWAT teams to the quiet and peaceful Garden of Eden community and threatened its existence in what appears to be intimidation tactic. Man, bring a total SWAT team just because they choose to live off grid and they choose to live this lifestyle. Now, community and threatens its existence. Now, what appears to be intimidation tactic, as I was telling you, it's a shame when you can't live off grid in peace and feel threatened. Ain't that something? Only a single arrest was made based on unrelated outstanding traffic violation. They did something. They arrested someone for traffic violation because that's all they could find at the time. And a handful of citations were given for city code violation. Absolutely no drug-related violations were found, and all inhabitants of the community were unarmed. So they're going in there trying to find whatever they can to shut this community down. This happened back in 2013. This is something. Each of the community members present in the houses were initially handcuffed at gunpoint by heavily armed SWAT officers. This included the mother of a 22-month-old and a 2-week-old baby. Now, as part of the raid, many of the crops were destroyed by officers. They destroyed the crops, the food that sustained these people. Ain't that something? Wow. This included wild cultivated plants such as blackberries, land quarters, and okra. Okra is a very high essential food. It's good for diabetes. It produces heavily. You can fry it, you can stew it, you can slice it up. I mean, this here is food. These people depend on blackberries. Is very good for you. It's healthy. And they raised all this naturally. Officers also proceeded to remove a variety of materials the community had planned to use in substantiating projects like pallets, tires, cardboard, and more. They recycled. They recycled this stuff. They harvested stuff that people sold away and was recycling and making flower beds and swings, tables. They're doing all this. The Garden of Eden is a community, substantial community geared towards living a high, vibrant lifestyle outside the confines of how the average person would live. Most people live with lights, water, and I know I have lights on because I have to be, you're required to have it. I want to be more off grid, but I know wherever I go off grid, even if I create solar and wind power, I will be forced and required to hook up lights and water to it. So I know that. The community believes in coming together, produce the basic necessaries of life, and they support each other through each step. They grow their own food, live peacefully since 2009. They have been providing food, shelter, and substantial educational classes and workshop to the public free. Isn't that something? They don't charge people. They teach them how to raise food, how to sustain, how to make things. Totally off-grid lifestyle. The landowner, Shelley Smith, is looking for a peaceful and honorable resolution to the matter. The city codes are in violation of our natural and constitutional rights to live freely while causing damage to no one. And since there is no damaged party, there has been no crime committed on our part. Now, so they have trespass and committed robbery against us, among other crimes that will be held accountable in court of law in due time. We have been targeted by the system because we are showing how to live without it. We are growing more than just tomatoes here. We are growing the your consciousness, and that will allow people to live freely and substantially. The system doesn't want that to be known. The fact is they don't want people going off grid. They don't want people living off the land. So it doesn't benefit these companies and stuff. It's a shame on this here. Now, if you want to read more about this, it's in CE Collective Evolution. And I'm sorry about today. I'm just like, phew. But the fact is that this is a shame that people who really wants to live in peace, a community and stuff, is being targeted for things. They're not sitting there doing this. This here's not a cult. It's just people just sure to live totally off grid. This is their choice. They're helping people. They're sitting there giving free classes on what foods to raise, free classes on how to make things. They're not sitting there saying, give me money, give me this, give me that. You have to totally give everything up and sign everything over. They're not saying this. This is just an off-grid community who has chose to live in this thing and to share the money to live together, work together. So a lot of this happened in 2013. So they're still under fire for things, being tried to force to have lights or water. They maybe had to be forced to hook up, but it doesn't mean they got to use it. So this is Live Prepper here. I want you to be safe, be happy. Bless you all.